Make sure y'all join in. Y'all can hear me. Should be able to. I wish I would have known on the last one, but now I got to do it over again. But we're going to get to it, fellas. We're going to show you. What I fucked around and found out, alright? Now, if you're dealing with people that like to run inside, do these little inside zones and shit, that's going to be your defense. See, I was content with the 3, 4, 5 yard carries and the 3, 3, 5 odd with an occasional stop here and there. But sometimes you're going to get matched up with people that are going to run no matter what. Alright? Bear with me a sec. And sometimes you're going to match up with people that are just going to run no matter what you do. Especially at the end of the year, you know? People like to get those playoff teams and regs because they can't play with the, you know, with the bad players. They need to play with good teams. And they'll get these good teams with good offensive linemen. And they're just going to keep running, right? So I fucked around and I found out some shit, fellas. Alright? Kind of wait till people get in. There's a couple of key things that need to happen. Alright? From your first depth chart, you want to make sure that your left end and your right end, your best pass rusher. You preferably, if you can get guys with good block shed, that helps. But there's going to be times where they're going to have to use outside rush moves. Okay, not all the time, but there will be times, depending on who you're using, you'll have to rush the outside to get to the quarterback. But you're still going to stay on that inside, just depending on how you move your D-line or whatever. You know, if you crash out or if you slide to a specific side and you want to use a specific guy, you know, you'll need those outside rush moves. So it's important in this defense, whether they're linebackers, it's the only way at defensive end to get your best pass rushers where you want them in this defense, okay? Other than that, you want to make sure that, you know, your backup right end is basically a 3-tech, you know, bigger guy, bigger body. And then you want to get to your outside linebackers. You want to make sure that they can cover block shed and tackle, okay? That's really your main focus. Now, you're going to have to make some manual subs in this defense. Sorry, I'm trying to eat. And your manual subs are going to come in at your middle linebacker position. Okay. Now, some people play with good teams. You might not need to, because I use a specific package, which is going to take away the special packages like the slot corners and the rush defensive ends and stuff like that. So you're not going to be able to set up your specials because you're going to be running it standard. Okay? But I'm going to show you what you guys need to do. The package that you want with this setup is going to be the defensive end swap. Now with the way we got it set up, now we have Chandler Jones and Max Crosby in the position that we want them in. Okay? And with our regular linebacker set up, we have 4 off-ball linebackers. Now, I'm going to show you, before we go to the next adjustment, I'm going to show you something. Okay? But our defense is going to be nickel dog 3 buzz. And you can use this versus I form, strong eyes, strong slot. But I'm going to show you why you want to make a few subs, all right? Now, we're not going to worry about Diablo right now because he only has, he's going to be more of a coverage guy. But these guys right here, mainly specific, all of these guys need to have 2 minimum, okay? So Perryman only has 1 pass rush point. That's not good. That means he's, especially if you're in the A gap, you don't want to have 1 pass rush point, okay? So he's going to be a manual sub. So I'm going to change that out real quick because sometimes you're going to have to 2-piece them. Sometimes you're going to have to switch your lineman around. So he's going to be subbed for this guy right here. And second guy, you want your slot corner to be high pursuit, high block shed. So we're going to put Farley right there. And then you're going to run this defense, okay? I'm going to show you the ins and the outs. Okay, so like let's say you play someone that likes to run these little strongs and they like to run these little inside zones and shit. Alright, you can pinch the D-line, or you could, like if you're worried about a stretch, you can take the D-line and crash them to the other side. But for the sake of this, we're just going to pinch the D-line because that's going to be your default adjustment. And you're going to go to this guy right here, okay? And you're going to put him in a spy. Go ahead and show blitz. This show blitz is important because this isn't a mid-read. Okay, I was trying to dissect this the other day. This is a bluff blitz from the safety position, meaning that it will match low. Okay, so if anything comes down like slants, drags or whatever, he's going to match up with that, as opposed to a mid-read, which would basically drop back, right up under where a mid-third would be. Okay. Now, if you're a D-line user, this is going to be your guy right here, your best pass rusher right here. Now, based off the type of run that you're dealing with, you're either going to try to shed left or shed right. But they should not be able to run through the A-gaps if you do this correctly. If you like user in a safety and they're running, you could probably take this guy and probably shoot, as well. So either or is fine. If you want to play the run fit angle, if you like checking your run fits, always pull up your run fit, see who's doing what and who isn't. Okay. In this case, our third is actually playing a run fit, which is rare. You don't see that too often. Usually in a quarters defense, a third is going to play a run fit. But in this defense, the inside third is playing the outside leverage, which is good, especially like when you're dealing with RPOs and whatnot. Other things that you can do if you're worried about them running counters or stretch and you want per se, and it's a run to that side and you want to put a run fit over there, all you have to do is blitz the DB. Do not run commit. Okay, just blitz the one guy if it's a run. So it looks like that. So now we know we have the same blitz seam flat adjustment on both sides. And then I check the run fits. Now look at the run fits. Everything's pretty much covered. Okay. So like I said, I like to get on this guy and then play with it depending on how the run goes. Look at there. Let's slow it down for you guys. It's important that, if you know it's a run, instead of guessing run, just blitz that other defender, okay? That way you're not going to be off the hook if they hit you with a play action or something. That blitz will actually come through instead of dumbing out. Because if you run commit versus a play action, they'll all blitz and then they'll just freeze, and the quarterback will have all day to throw it down the field. Whereas if you just blitz that one defender, not only is he going to play that run fit, but he's also going to continuously pursue the quarterback, which is definitely going to be a better option for you guys, okay? But as you can see right here, you're going to get that offensive line to push one way, just based off those 4 interior guys. Now, you could probably crash them, to kind of get different angles from the offensive line. But usually what happens is somebody is going to shed somewhere. And as you can see right here, the blitzing corner off the other side helps us out, okay? So we're just going to kind of run this a couple times. Make sure you show blitz, and then you can just blitz that corner instead of run committing. And there you go. It's going to be your run defense versus many like I-forms, pro sets. Just run it like that, and then all you got to do is just blitz that corner so that you have that kickback contained. And sometimes you might get a little buggy if you go with the wrong rush move. If you choose to use the safety to do this, and you're confident you know that they're not passing, you can opt to shoot that gap as a safety, assuming that everybody's going to pick up who they're supposed to pick up, or you might get a shed somewhere. It's risky, but you can change up who you're spying with. Sometimes you can spy the right side DB. And then just take that gap. Someone should get a shed somewhere. As long as you have true linebackers right there. If you put safeties right there in this double mug defense, you're going to give up a lot of yards. Okay, because safeties, they can't pass rush, they can't block shed. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Make sure you got that on there, and then just bluff blitz, and then someone's going to come through. Okay. Now, as far as a pass defense, you can use this versus gun tight. It's actually going to be my go-to versus gun tight as of late. And you can actually use it versus gun wing flex, gun tight. You'll have to use the double A gap versus empty, but try to go with a money play here. People might use like mesh concepts. Okay, so if you're not sure, you just put him right there. Now, if it's a pass, you're going to rush outside. If it's a run, you should rush inside. You always just, like I said, just check your run fits. Sometimes that third might not be in a likable position. Just put him more closer on the inside of the seams if you need to. And look at her, boom, blindsided. Now, another thing that you can do if those seam flats aren't very likable, especially when they have two stacked receivers over there, you might opt to, go with a vert hook as your go-to. And just bring him down. And there you go, you get to get that rush. Pretty solid. Also, if you're playing as someone that likes to, spam no huddles and, you know, come out in the same formation, and they often change who the receiver is, or if you know there's like a little glitch route that they try to run, instead of putting that linebacker in a spy, you could just man them up. Okay, that's another way to get instant pressure, because you can create block sheds when you do that. But it is chancy. Like, you have to know who's getting the ball at that point, you know. So like you can mix it up a little bit. And sometimes you'll get it. It's a nice solid little hit stick. But like I said, probably the best bet is just put the spy on the field with it. The spy will sit right there. It's almost, the spy is almost like the bluff blitz. So if you want to put the spy, you could opt to change the bluff blitz assignment into a man if you're playing the coverage. But sometimes that bluff blitz is very good to have. So it's just, you know, pick your poison. You can run it like that. And there you go. Boom. But like I said, it would help if you have an elite pass rusher to run this. If you don't, you could probably still run it, but it might not be as effective as, you know, getting quick sheds. You might have to opt in sub to, you know, generate your pass rush points production. Especially if the guys you're using is like maybe a tier 3 on the pass rush points, maybe a tier 2. You're not going to be able to do that every single play. Whereas elite guys, you have 4 or 5 pass rush points, you know, and you can constantly get after the quarterback, and you know how it goes, and then call timeout. Sometimes you can use those timeouts to just get your pass rush points back. Like if they come to the formation, they get to the line, they line up, you can call timeout, and that'll build your pass rush points back too. So now, this is still, like I said, this is still in the early stages of development that I'm trying to work on. So I haven't gotten into any real audible schemes outside of the ones if I'm dealing with like certain motion players. That'd be the only time that it would change if I'm dealing with motion hikes. I could still run it, but I'm gonna have to use my audibles that I gotta put into the lab. I've got an idea which ones I want to use, so. So that's always good. Somebody get their kids. Someone's about to disconnect. I think he's about to disconnect.
The sight that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we're set for
sad when you can anticipate when someone's about to disconnect. I don't know if I got the win or loss though, but yeah, that's just EA. Y'all gotta do better, bro. I don't have a bad connection. I'm straight. You know, I'm paying for a decent package. That would be on my Madden 24 wish list as far as playing games. Games that you do not have a kickoff for should not count at all. Win or loss, they should not count. And that should handle the freeze glitching. People that, you know, will try to instantly glitch you out as soon as they load into the game, trying to do that shit intentionally to get those game counts up. It's unrealistic, man. There's no way someone's playing like 4,000 games a year. There's no way. I play 2,000 and I play every fucking day. I might take a break here and there. If you're not playing 4,000 games a year, having a full-time job, unless you just have no life, there's no way.
Two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
All right, get back to the setup. Give me the package. Give me the guy right there. Set him out for the block shed. Alright, so this might be
they start on the ground with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Safety took the wrong angle. I don't know why. I'm going to have to move him to align with a running back.
59 yards. And the Cowboys go down the field in just 2 plays.
Like I said, it's still in the experimental phase.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now Stidham on play action. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stidham. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking deep in the direction of Abdullah. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stidham going back to the air. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. White will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Stidham going to look to throw for it. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same.
There you go, Mary. That's what you should have did that last time.
They found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook.
Blocking the back.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10.
They gotta bring the refs back.
Tony Pop.
We playing this out, bro.
87 yards. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. Marr on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Stidham sets to throw on first. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That should have been a pick.
Touchdown! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it 21.
I would expect EA to kind of bail people out. That's just what they do.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an
Fucking Bell out 23, man. Bell out 23. That's what they need to call this game.
Easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Yeah, that's a bailout. He was beat.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them.
Come on, Hollins, you got to catch that. He's not covering you.
And knock the ball away.
He hits Adams complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. Throwing again here, Stidham. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on 1st down with Stidham. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's Stidham to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
Baited him.
It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Stidham will throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. Touchdown Raiders! Hunter Renfrow from 3 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How did I miss a high pass? They don't even give me the credit for a high pass.
Two PATs, they got the 2-point conversion the first time they failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Somewhere along the lines of what I'm expecting right there.
Inside give to Elliott. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, Elliott. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15
over there.
And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Yes, man. I mean, stop when he's called forwards. I'm in the backfield. Come on now.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Stidham. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime.
We got to fix this game.
This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
That right there just shows you the script is real.
Here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
You basically pick to lose or win.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out? And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 78 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Cowboys are able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel But they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Need you to react a little bit faster. I might have to move him.
2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go down leading.
There we go. That's what I want.
This winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
That's what I was looking for right there.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And
Just got to get these adjustments down and we're going to be all right.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. What I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take.
Oh, yes. That's what we fucking want right there.
I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for him for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window.
It's blocking the back. Just got to fix that blocking the back shit. Fix that blocking the back, bro. We good.
134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep on the ground without
blocking the back.
Off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
Then you bring the refs back.
7 yards. And the Cowboys have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in.
Guys to the ball and he still goes for it. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better.
He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone.
The safety shouldn't have been anywhere near that.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Thanks for getting out of your zone, my guy.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw is Stidham. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Play action. It's Stidham. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Stidham going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything.
You gotta get off of that, bro. There's no reason that shit should be even on there.
Try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead
they try to push him forward.
Scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Elliott running right.
Yeah, I had to run it flip, that's why.
He only managed to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stidham. A quick reaction as he catches it off.
You and I both know that was a lucky play, but again, I give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip. But he used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. 1st down, here's White. And he'll manage to pick up.
Weak box.
2nd down.
Weak box.
2nd down at 6.
Weak box.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get him out 3 down to the 38. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, a run from White. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Stidham.
Hey, PI, man. Come on now.
Potential daggers, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being
Blocking him back. EA, I need to bring the refs back to the game now. Come on.
Gets this across the 25-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
Yeah, got a lot they got to work on.
Second mark of this 4th quarter. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
The game was cheating. The man was stopped.
Right side. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds,
I swear they bring refs back in the game. They got him for holding at least 4 times. Minimum.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
But that's what this game is diluted down to now. It's just, let me pick a playoff team and abuse broken mechanics. They need to bring flags back to the game. They need to bring fatigue back to the game. Refs back to the game. Play challenges back to the game.
Maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day.
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base.
If anything, I beat myself.
As you end the ball game, it's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Just gonna go look and see.
This was a fun one today. If you like points, a lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking.
You probably had like holding on like a crazy amount of these. Yep, there is a hold already.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they?
I mean, I shed it off of it, but that was a hold.
And with frequency, not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had.
Merrick should have made that tackle. That's a hold right there. How does that not get called? Hey, you're literally holding my guy. Look at this. How does that not get called? Right there. You can't hold that guy, bro. Oh man, bro, like y'all gotta bring the refs back to this game, man. These people just put aggressive blocking on and pick the Cowboys. Find a holding somewhere. Oh, there's a hands to the face. Number 78. Illegal hands to the face right there. Yeah, we're not gonna call that. Just kind of go back. No, I was running. I should have been sending the blitz from the other side. So some of this is still experimental. I mean, I've had some goods and some bads, but like I said, that's the goods. So iPhone Pro, you send it from the weak side. The bluff blitz is going to pick up the running back to the flat. Third will match up with the slant. Probably could have ran that out of the way. That animation needs to stop happening. I'm like 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I gotta stop giving them those. Sucks that I miss Abrams, bro, but I miss him. This was bullshit because he was beat. Look how wide open I was. There's no way that he covers that much ground. Look how wide open I was. And they just didn't give me the pass to the sideline. That sucks. It is what it is. I might end up running this, but I might do something different, bro. I might do like a backside post. Because that wheel route right there is deadly. It does get open. But if he wants to bite down on it, if I can get like a backside post and then motion my guy Devontae back inside, that post is going to clear. That post will clear that. And I think that's a better cross situation for me. Like I said, everything's still experimental, new offense. Trying to get everything down on this defensive side. It's trial and error, you know. Like I said, you're just gonna match up with people that cheese, you know. Like I said, one thing about this, I probably should have ran it flipped. It's like the bluff blitz didn't necessarily go where I wanted it, so I'm probably gonna have to align it directly even with the running back, or to do what I want it to do, because it's supposed to shoot through that gap, and he didn't shoot that gap. So I could probably take either one of those safeties and shoot that gap. Just trying to see which gap it is. It's B gap. I'm a little disappointed in Chandler, bro. Like, Chandler, you should be able to shed off that guy, man. I don't know if I need to start using that and go inside. I mean, he pushed his guy back, but I was thinking that bluff blitz safety would have shot the gap instead of just planting his feet and going after the wrong guy. He went after the fullback instead of going after the halfback. So I'm probably going to have to move him inside and move the other safety inside as well. The only issue that I've had is I was dealing with, he was quick snapping, so I didn't have enough time to get both safeties in position. But I'm going to see if I can. Like I said, you can go back and look at your trials and errors, see what works and what doesn't. So he's running trap runs. Crosby got through, but look what they did to my guy, bro. They made him step out instead of stepping in. So again, we'll probably bring that safety. Really, it's that third safety because he's playing that he's playing that run fit. So if I can bring that third safety down a little bit, that might be what I need to do. Since I know he's playing that run fit. That's the only defense where the inside third plays a run fit. But if I can do that, bring him down and play that B gap, I should be fine. That's why I say you get enough rep, you go back and look at your highlights and see how guys are reacting so that you know. That's trial and error. It's usually what happens when you play the Cowboys. People just abuse or exploit some type of offensive line exploit because they get away with holding like ridiculous. Oh, I said they need to bring the refs back to the game, bro. Not just refs, you know, like make the shit simulation. Get rid of this competitive and arcade shit. It's like ever since Mutt was introduced to the fucking series, they just ruined the gameplay. And it's not a stab at Mutt, you know, I did enjoy playing Mutt, but end of the day, you know, you're hurting your brand by allowing that to stay in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we've got a
yeah, but once their contract expires, they're gonna lose hella money.
And the Miami Dolphins.
You can only have that. No, when they put that competitive arcade and all that shit in the game, they ruined Regs. Because now we can't challenge plays, there's no AI penalties. Like, they can literally, people can exploit the game with, you know, obvious blank PI and holds and get away with it because they're not going to get flagged unless your coaching assignments are on aggressive. Like, come on, guys. Make it make sense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Tua. And his first look is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Whoa, what? He didn't even get touchdown. Yeah, see, you just blow the whistle. Whatever, right? That's EA for you.
First and 10 at their 36. After the interception, here's Stidham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. The open man here, Renfrow. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch.
Try to be creative.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Stidham on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Oh, they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
I don't usually run gun tight, man. I'm just trying out some new stuff.
First and 15. Again, Stidham steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on.
Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Well, compressed sets usually can do that.
Now it's Stidham. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Stidham on second down. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Stidham. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Down, here's Stidham rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins defense.
Not really, I'm just trying shit out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Now it's Stidham. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He's got room at the 30.
Short and elite.
Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Stidham. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Yeah, I like this defense.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about
Yeah, it's that double A gap I'm running, Javi.
We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Yeah, my offense, for some odd reason,
Now the Raiders bringing the offense
not doing his job right now, but it'll be all right.
They'll try and run it here, and he will get in to make it 8-0. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Yes! Oh! Fuck!
He's taken down at the 9.
Could make that.
The excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory.
Man can hold.
That incredible form tackle right there. Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Oh my God. Gotta get that.
They'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with
There we go.
and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line.
I like this as a run defense.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, yes! That bluff blitz is insane.
And the Raiders are going to take
Good shit, Merrick.
possession of the football.
This may low-key be a meta defense that I found.
4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away.
User! Oh my God! Fuck! You gotta be kidding me!
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Pick your poison.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh my God, bro. My offense, bro. What's fucking going on, guys? We gotta talk about it. Stood him, bro. Come on, man. You had...
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys.
We got him run fits.
On either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Tua.
41, not catching him.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 82 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
You know how many times we've talked to coaches and back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it?
You running no RPOs on me, bro. Anti-RPO defense.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations.
It's kind of way I wanted to build my defense because I've been running up against a lot of that shit. I wanted to cancel that out.
Now following the touchdown to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
I ain't showed you my real offense yet. I'm just playing with you right now. Trying to get the gun tight to do something.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination.
Sure you want to play man coverage on Devontae?
They continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
You sure? You know he has route take, right?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I haven't used my real offense yet. I was just playing with that gun tight.
The slot man in motion right. On first down, Abdullah. And just 1 yard here from the 40.
Come on, Abdullah.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, here's Stidham.
Got him.
Looking deep for Adams.
He underthrew that. Are you fucking kidding me? There was no pressure. There's no reason that should have been underthrown. Nah, he would beat. They gave me the underthrow fucking banner. No. No, it was another. It just said underthrow out of range. It is what it is.
Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
In motion left is Wilson.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From midfield, here's Tua. And my goodness.
Chandler Jones got a piece of you.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Where they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season.
Good shit,
but
Chandler.
this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
He's going to go up top again. And for the fourth
They keep getting me that under pressure out of range.
picked up by Javon Holland.
I might have to use Derek Carr for that.
Take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we
He's
heard
testing
all
it,
week
though.
that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally
What
tough enough
defense.
to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that
we got 5 picks. What defense is playing?
Your defense, they'll keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
Oh, fucking undercut it. I thought he was gonna jump inside on it. That probably would have been a pick. That was a dangerous throw. I just went to undercut and tried to.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
It's a run with Mostert.
That man should not be falling forward when I got 3 guys running right at him. That is retarded. And I didn't even pass commit, so I shouldn't have been penalized.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
You need to go on with these animation scripts, bro. It's just not cool.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And now here's another interception. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to
Should
the
have went to the sideline.
Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting.
We got Tyreek Hill falling forward, 180 pounds.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Come on now.
So as they take it over, we step aside. So
No?
36 now, 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this into the hands of Hill.
Yeah, just would give him fucking ag catches. 5'9", 5'10", ag catching out there. Gotcha.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own
16-yard line.
That makes it up.
As they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Final play of the half. It's Stidham. Looking deep for
But Stidham can make that throw.
contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Every other throw was out of range, but he can make that one. Gotcha.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled in.
And not good, but shit. Carr has a good throw under pressure rating, but he fucking sucks. That's why I don't even use him. If I try to throw it with Carr under pressure, Jesus Christ, strip sack, fumble. I just got tired of it, bro. It was like his ratings are lies.
And out a little across the 25 to the 26.
So I just used Stidham. Got tired of the Carr bullshit, bro. Had to park it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right. And now
They gotta do better with those low ball passes, pass leads.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. And those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
I haven't even used my offense yet, so I'm just. I need to start playing my offense, man. We get into the zone, but I just fucked myself.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second down, Stidham to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but
Yeah, I got to. There's too much bullshit going on in this game.
with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stidham. Looking right sideline, that's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Stidham sets to throw on first.
Oh, out of sack.
Another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take.
It's not about his speed. He has good acceleration.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
Oh my fucking God!
Maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football. And he's done so.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action, now it's Tua. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
I got held.
And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into.
There ain't no refs. They're not going to call them unless you have aggressive blocking. So you can have someone with like an undisciplined trait and they're going to hold. And it's not going to get called because AI penalties don't get flagged unless you have aggressive one.
And that will make this a 19-point game. Morstead out now following the
You can put it on like your pass blocking.
pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Stidham, you letting me down, my guy. You're letting me down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play.
He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 79 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
2 scores. Defense playing okay for me. I can't just.
So here's an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your
Me too. I'm like, bro, you got hit like that.
It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Here's Mostert.
You still gonna push them forward, really?
To the 5, pick up a 3.
And now
I just go down, bro. Like, damn.
The game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And just not enough on the
I'm not running that RPO, bro. You cannot run RPOs on this defense.
Pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he
It's
had
the anti-RPO defense.
different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Oh, I've been labbing it. Like, I know it works against RPOs, but everyone in the game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To a fast pass outside complete. So no gain on the play. And that will bring
You
up
still
an
gonna try that shit?
decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here.
I told when I'm not fibbing, bro. This shit works against every RPO in the game.
Gain yards.
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Tua on 4th down. And that is caught.
Couldn't get that third over there.
Cedric Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking
Wow.
up and saying, okay,
3 guys again, bro. What the hell?
field goal attempt, and they go for it. Sometimes it really affects
I need to stop freezing the fucking after the snap.
Pulls it in at the 13.
I mean, that's not even about having. Yeah, I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing some stuff right now, man. Hopefully we match again.
In this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action now. Stidham. Let's go for Renfrow downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go play action with Stidham. Buying time to his left. Stidham hit and he lost it, but this will fortunately
Sideline is my best friend.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in
Stop going for spectacular catches, bro. Just catch the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. And this is called. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Collins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively.
Now that we both got a bunch of picks, I wasn't running my offense. I was just trying to gun tight out. Now I was throwing up some bullshit.
This game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
All right, D5, come back to me.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but
You're supposed to hit that.
keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped it for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
good pressure.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teachers feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. Lets this go for Renfrow.
Got it.
This is intercepted.
Got it. I got him. Got him.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out.
Got him. I clicked on and I tried to catch, and because you had 2 AIs there, they gave me that. Oh my God.
This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric.
Blocking the back.
There he goes left side.
You blocked me in the back, though.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Yeah, that was still blocking the back. That should have been flagged.
This defense just continuing to do their thing.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, fucking game.
How about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes.
Cannot run RPOs on this.
We're watching this tape after the game.
And he gets halfway there. Down
You sure?
the 1-yard line.
It looked like an RPO.
So they throw the pick 6.
Yeah, look, yeah. They have slower handoff animations.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Yeah, Stidham can make good throws for me and we'll be alright. He just fucking up today.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to He's got a man, complete.
So I seen one-on-one with Devontae. What are you talking about? You cannot play man coverage on him. He has route tech. He's going to get that separation every time. Stidham just hasn't been able to hit him the whole game because for some odd reason I get underthrows, throw out of pressures.
They're going to try and run, and he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
No, that's a miss.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Holding. Oh my God! Pick it off! Yeah, that should have been holding.
He just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tua gonna run again.
Did not try to run a read option on his team. Come on, man. The gimmick plays aren't going to work. I do know that. Everybody just want to have something in my bucket, and I'm going to finish labbing this shit. Try to find new wrinkles.
So they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there.
Yeah, but you get under pressure throws. Can't throw them across field to the field side unless you got gunslinger.
Yeah, that's a
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Now that third reacted the way I wanted. Set feet lead.
I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw.
Gunslinger just helps you get it to the sidelines faster.
Said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Stidham. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Yo, the PI!
That went a little too far.
That why they ain't flag that one? That should have been flagged. Yeah, still should have been flagged. Die. Yeah.
Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. This will be incomplete. What can you believe this?
No, that should have been. It should have been caught.
Instead, it's 4th
I don't know why they not let me get them, but your own guy knocked it out.
Here we go. Stidham on 4th down. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Stidham will throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the.
They're not gonna let my guy jump for it. Out of range, bullet pass, but he overthrows it. I don't worry about it. There you go.
This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Caught downfield by Hill. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Can't double team on the double A gap. Because you never know who's going to be coming. Because you might double team someone and I might not be blitzing it. I had some goods and some bads. My offense fucked up. That's on me. I still came away in that 400 passing. I really just wanted to see what the defense was capable of doing, like in certain situations, so I can get the lab work out of the way. Had some goods and some bads. So what I'm seeing is, I don't know if that was my user. Yeah, that was my user. That's my fuck up. But Merrick played that third. I like how the third plays in this. Third is real aggressive to the ball for playing down low. He didn't. Like, we did good in the first quarter, and then I guess kind of repetition messed me up. Let's try new things out. See, the outside third played it very good and short. As long as I'm outside, they reacted good. More in line with the under pressure. Mid read went to go pick up the dig route. Only thing I didn't have, I don't think I was able to get my next adjustment on the field. So I wanted to spy him, but I didn't get that adjustment off the field. But it was fine because he picked up the block and it got a shed off for Crosby. Sometimes I'll send both of them. They gave me some BS interceptions like that one. I probably threw it a little too soon. He reacted too quick. I think he got a couple of those off. See, I tried to force that one. I mean, I had the underneath. I could have hit Waller underneath. I try to force a user catch. See, that's why the spy, like, they get so tied up trying to double team people, and you could rush 3. Right here, I'm rushing 3. And Chandler gets through. Now, yeah, I am blitzing that corner off the edge, and he does get a nice jam while blitzing. Really depends on the receiver release. Like, if he gets the outstep release, you get a nice little jam on him. Slow him down. Forces the ball up. That's really just a credit to, him getting hit. He tried to do the RPOs. This is why I like this defense. This is the main reason why I want to run it versus the RPOs. Like, look at that. He tried to come out in the deuce close RPO. You always want to blitz that side that the RPO is going to be thrown to. Because what's going to happen is that blitzing defender, he's not necessarily going to blitz. He's going to freeze, right? Because he has a secondary assignment. If the ball is going to come to him, he's going to plant his feet. They don't make the right read. Now, depending on who you have in here, if you get a good inside, I probably wanted to bring that safety inside a little bit. I didn't get that adjustment off, and he probably would have played that A gap for me, but he tried to, just throw the ball. And you see right there, we got 2 defenders just blocking him from getting to the flat. You see a lot of people trying to run this RPO right here to the tight end to the flat, but we jam them up between the seam flat and the blitzing DB. So you see how he just jams them up. And we get the pick. It's really kind of go look at all of the RPOs that he ran. That one was just nice. I don't know what he was thinking. I do like how I'm getting a jam on those two receivers to the other side. I could probably do something else extra with that. That mid-read played perfectly. I like that. Again, he ran another RPO. That's why I like it. You always want to blitz that side that the RPO receiver's coming from. Anytime you're running an RPO defense, you need to have that seam flat and that blitz adjustment on that side of the field. And this is why. One's going to play the ball. The other's going to play the run. You know, sometimes if there's two receivers in that vicinity in front of them, they're going to jam the receivers up to prevent them from getting the easy completion. And you also have the run fit. So if he decides he wants to run this ball, what we got right here is we got forced double teams on the center with this linebacker and a forced double team right here. I did blitz the corner on the outside because I wasn't anticipating, you know, him to actually throw anything over there. You know, usually if you can catch yourself in those situations, remember what I was showing you guys earlier is playing run fits by blitzing defenders by not using them. So as you see, I forced him to block someone else so that I can free up, force him to pass. So you see right there, did very good versus the RPOs. I'm just trying to figure out the pros and the cons. He was pretty good versus the run too. It was a very good run defense. Look at that shed. Sometimes you got to get those click-ons. Right here, I got the click-on to the middle linebacker and got the quick shed. That's why you want to make sure those guys have at least 2 pass rush points on the inside so that you can click to them and get that quick finesse move. Break off. Get an under pressure throw. I don't know if there's going to be too many highlights. I think most of this stuff was in the fourth quarter, but yeah, they're not going to show the highlights. But pretty solid versus this pistol wing flex. You see a lot of people, you get a jam. That's why I like that seam flat, you get the jam. Slows it up. Now I could probably do some extra to this side. I probably could have put that linebacker in a vertical hook. Just kind of certain formations you might want to try different things, you know. Like I'm fine with the outside thirds. That's what I said, that's not a mid-read that safety plays in this defense, is a bluff blitz. So usually he's going to play the running back or the tight end to the flat. In this case, the tight end, he's going to take the tight end to the flat. So it's key to understand that, exactly what that is, instead of just assuming that, oh, it's a mid-read. No, it's basically the same as cover 6. It's a mid-blitz. I mean, it's not a mid-blitz, it's a bluff blitz. So it's gonna match up with the tight end to the flat, or any type of in routes or something that come to it. You see right there, Takes the middle and he goes to the flat with a tight end. Another thing that I do in this defense that creates those block sheds the key is those two guys in the double A gap. Okay? So sometimes I'll man them up with someone else and you create a block shed. Because he might get double teamed or whatever. And it freezes him up. See how you forced a double team on Max Crosby? And the guy that was supposed to be blocking Jayon Brown, he turns his shoulder. Watch. I put the guy Jayon Brown in man coverage on the receiver. Tackle turns his shoulder, you create a block shed right there. Slow it down. So you really just want to watch 58, the center. Frame to frame to frame. See how he turns his shoulder? Then you've got to turn his shoulder again because you've got a double team. Now he just bugged out. It's a 4-man rush. Another key to that is blitzing that. Blitzing that safety off the slot. The reason why you do that, you prevent that running back from picking your guys up in the middle. Immediately he's going to turn to that blitzing slot. Freeze it up for the cleanup crew. I had some goods and some bads. Had an impact block right there. Had a late get off by the slot corner right there. I should have put Diablo in that vert hook. I'm thinking about possibly making that an adjustment. Let's just put him in the vert hook, or I could put that blitzing DB in the vert hook versus formations like this. If I'm like almost certain that he's not going to run the RPO. If he runs the RPO, you got to leave it as is. But if I put him in the vert hook, he probably defends that. And then just blitz Diablo off the edge or whatever. I'm going to get creative with it, man. Like right now, I know I'm just running his stock. It's got some goods to it. We're going to figure it out. And y'all here for the ride. But the best thing about it is it works versus every RPO. Now, just because I said that, schematically it does. Now, if you play someone that runs the spread, they probably might not. Like I'll have to get the lab work in versus the spread, but basically those under center RPOs, those deuce close RPOs, the pistol RPOs, it's going to work versus those. As long as it's not spread, it's going to take care of business. And that's what you want to make sure you have. You want to make sure that you have an RPO defense. And I got you. Don't have them, man, people will spam that shit down your throat. I think I played someone at the beginning of the year. He had like one of those custom playbooks, and he flipped the play, and then he motioned people. Like he was just trying to do every glitch in the game. And then on top of that, he was running RPOs. Like, bro. Can you imagine? It was hell. But now we got us on RPO defense, so we good.
And the Las Vegas Raiders.
Get all the lab work out. see what it's good at, see what it's bad at, so I know when to use it more.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Play action. Now it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray on the move. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. After the sack on first down, Murray. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray being chased out left. Got his man, Robbie. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll roll him out right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 43 yards. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in Vegas.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Stidham. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Stidham off play action. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Stidham. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 47 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
Still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stidham. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Stidham's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Stidham. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The 2nd down run for Abdullah. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away.
as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's White. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams from a yard out. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Play fake, Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, as the first half is winding down. And the Cards would extend their lead here just before halftime. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Stidham on first down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. It's Stidham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
On second down, here's Stidham. Eluding the pressure right. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, now Stidham. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. That is caught by Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. They fake the handoff, now Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try to run it. This is Carr, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for two. Conner going to try and run it.
And he is call for it, so I get two guys to the ball. He needs to be pushed back.
Conversion to extend this lead.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
There goes a deep ball in zone.
Yes.
And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defender.
And I get two guys to the ball, push him back now.
Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On first and 10 is Carr.
There we go.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Conner.
Give me a block shed.
Always got some breathing room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Yeah, y'all got to do better than that.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got
Guys shouldn't just be falling down for no reason.
22.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Conner up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run behind center with Conner. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on second and 2, it's now third and 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Murray to throw on third and 1. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray fighting Marquise Brown. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion goes the tight end. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. It's complete to Cole. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stidham going back to the air. He hits Adams complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So it's a win here for the Cardinals. And the guy who led the way was the man behind center, Charles. That's Kyler Murray.
Bugs in this game, bro.
It's
cold in this house.
And to be honest,
Probably getting some sleep. I will see y'all tomorrow. Kind of go through the goods and the bads. You know, it's just a part of the labbing process. You're going to take some losses in the process, but you're going to see what it works against, and you're going to see what it doesn't work against. And then we can kind of just combine it with everything else that I've been running. I know against RPOs is a must, so red zone situations. It's going to be tough to set it up versus people that quick hike. And if they take their time, you're obviously going to be able to run it to a T. But if they sit there and just quick hike, you're probably not going to be able to get those adjustments off fast enough. I know it's not a lot of adjustments, but you know, sometimes it requires you to put people in certain positions. And if they just sit there and just hike as soon as they can, you're not going to be able to get those adjustments off the field and get on your user. Really the only downfall that I see for it. I mean, I had some goods in the first quarter, and then I guess, you know, we had it working in the first quarter. I guess he just wasn't quick hiking. We were able to get that shed. It works very good versus single back. long as you got a decent pass rusher. This was lucky. Probably should have sent the blitz from the other side. Then that tight end probably would have got picked up. It would have given me a one-on-one on the inside if I would have sent the blitz from the other side. That's where I should have set it up at. Okay, what mid-read was doing. He had nothing to match up with. He had to slant and then he had to come back. So what I could have done, took that, I could have manned the seam flat up. Just the dig route. It's probably what I need to do versus trips. Man up the outside receiver. I know I manned him up with the slot that time, which took the slot read away. But if I didn't do that, he would have went the under route. Trying to see what concepts people are using. I mean, obviously you got the flat check down, but I probably should have blitzed. I could have probably blitzed the backside of that. He would have rolled out, so that's probably what I should have did. That shouldn't have been a pick. I don't know how he got. So, gun tight, I need to move. I need to do it the same way I do with spread. I need to put Illuminor on that inside guard position because Moody just not. You can't give up on your block, so that's probably what I'll end up doing for my gun tight. Sometimes, like I said, you just go back and look at your snap counts. That way you can kind of see where you need to make changes. So obviously most of my shotgun, it'll probably be like this. It'll be, this front is a lot better. Like Illuminor is not giving up on his block. It's actually holding that interior blocking is so much better with them three. And then we got Colton Miller able to back up. I could probably do something different than the play action because that play action doesn't pick anything up unless they're turbo blitzing. So I might just take the play action animation off, just block the running back. That way I can get into my throw animation a little bit faster. Start kind of taking that in the heat. Renfrow needs to be faster. Probably could have threw it over the top, but I think the only downfall is this, is you have to be able to press if you're going to run that, and I might end up having to manually sub my other corner over there for that. Yeah, gun tight. Yeah, that's two blocks he gave up on. Huh? What you mean? Just trying to see where I made my goods and my bads. Yeah, I missed it. I had him on the playmaker right there. I don't know how I missed that, but I think I still hit Mac Hollins. Good throw. That wasn't the guy I should have threw it to. Why people run defensive end spies. Like, don't. That is the worst thing you can do. You put like someone, if you're gonna spy someone, he has to have agility better than the quarterback. Just trying to see what he was doing. Okay, so he's running high-low, slant flat concepts. So I would have had to have the seam flat with a curl flat. I don't know what the mid-read was doing. He's supposed to match up with that. Got the bluff blitz. That's why it got over the top of him. I don't know why he bugged out like that though. Probably because I had a zone over there maybe. I don't know. Trying to see who should have picked that. I should have slid my D line, or I should have sent the blitz to the punch side. I think I started sending the blitz to the bunch side, and then it still kept getting picked up. Bro, it's like, ugh. I manned up the tight end. But if I would have manned up the slide that he threw it to, he would have threw it to the tight end. My seam flag got blocked. That shouldn't have been a pick. I mean, I could have hit the dig route. I should have hit the dig route. But sometimes, man, you just kind of feel like you can make that throw. And you just, I don't know, he underthrew it. That's cool. That shit. It's like, bro, while getting hit, man, come on now. He shouldn't have got that. Like a power O. Yeah, I should have sent the blitz to the other side. So for the most part, it works versus like gun tight and certain single backs and pistol. So I'm gonna have to kind of divide my snap counts based off formations. Not like it'll work versus some I form, not all. Yeah, it was pretty tough, I ain't gonna lie. Like, but I'm not playing my game. I'm just labbing up to see what the defense that I'm trying to build is good against. So sometimes you'll take some nasty streaks or whatever, but end of the day, when you lab something, you got to go up against an opponent to see, what he's running, and you got to test it against everything. You're not always going to necessarily play great when you're labbing something, but you need to know how it works so that you can understand the principles that are involved when you're running it. So like certain things, certain route concepts, like they're spamming crossers, obviously you might want to defend sticks or shade, I don't know. Or I need to test the audible shifts. The problem is most of the people that you play, they'll spam one play and then they'll just keep quick hiking. So you're not going to have a very good window for making certain adjustments to stop certain formations. So if I can kind of fix that and try to speed up the process of what needs to be done, I think it'll be pretty good. But I can't say that it is very good versus the RPOs that you encounter. RPO situations like go for two or, short yardage situations is very good. It can be a good first down defense. Try to figure your opponent out. It's not very good versus people that just snap the ball as soon as they're able to. It's not going to work versus that. Like, it can. I don't know how fast your fingers got to be to move people where they need to be, but it can. It has potential to stop certain formations that people might like to spam. But like I said, if they just keep coming to the line, and as soon as their quarterback lets them hike it and they hike it, then you're probably not going to be able to get into the run fits that you want to get into. So that's really the only weakness that I've seen to it. That, and depends on how many pass rush points your defensive end has. Other than that, I think it'll be all right. Once I figure out every formation that is good against, and I can just kind of, solidify just certain formations that I want to use it on. That way people can't just sit there and spam the same thing over and over and over again, I guess. But I'll kind of work on it throughout the week, try to make it a little bit better. But I can say that it is very good versus RPOs. And it is very good versus gun type. Could possibly be a good bunch defense. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to just sit there and say, like, yeah. I do know that the inside third does play a run fit, whereas in most cover threes, the inside third doesn't. So that's something to kind of take note of. But other than that, fellas, like I said, I'm going to grind through this week. I'm going to stream everything so you can kind of follow along through the process. And hopefully we'll get there, and then I'll tell you everything that we need to do as far as adjustments go. But other than that, I'm not mad. Like I said, you're going to take certain losses, but you need to take those losses so that you know what it's going to work against, what it's not going to work against. And just go look at your reps, Always check your reps and see what's happening. So if you need to make an adjustment, see if you need to improve somewhere, you can. Okay? Appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will be on for after tomorrow. For the next 4 days, I will have some vacation time from my job, and I will do some longer streams so that I can figure this out. And then hopefully next week I will be on Next Gen. I'm just going to take a risk, bro, and I'm just see if I can find me a PS5 somewhere, man, and we're going to make it happen, all right? But appreciate y'all tuning in.